This is the TV News, the industry's only daily video report, brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative needs, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.
Welcome to the TVNews.TV for Friday, January 29th, and here are today's top stories. If there's one axiom in the TV biz, or any biz for that matter, it's keep the boss happy, right? Well, according to Media Week, this business of keeping the future boss happy is proving to be a bit of a challenge for the folks at NBC, who may one day soon report to the big kahuna at Comcast. In recent comments in Washington, D.C., Comcast Chairman Brian Roberts said he was frustrated by the entire NBC late-night fiasco. Roberts lamented that it was hard sitting on the sidelines without being able to take any action. Roberts also cautioned that until the deal is done, it's hands off of NBCU for him and everyone else at Comcast. And lastly, Mr. Roberts issued another sort of vote of confidence for NBC chief Jeff Zucker. It's a good thing that this isn't pro sports, because we all know what a vote of confidence is there. It's tantamount to the bacia de morta. We can only assume that from tonight, which is episode 2 of Caprica on SyFy, to when the ratings come out on Monday, there will be some kind of hand-wringing at SyFy. And here's why. Over 2 million people took advantage of SyFy's nearly non-monetized pre-premiere of Caprica on Hulu, SyFy.com, iTunes, and other new media venues. And then, last Friday, the actual premiere on SyFy, the TV channel, well, it tanked. So the question is, although new marketing, it's wonderful and all, but did it backfire for the premiere of Caprica? And more important, will the new media cannibalized Caprica audience, will they come back to SyFy on TV for episode 2 and beyond? To help us sort all this out, let's bring in our very own new marketing, new media expert, John Leland from CommBridges. John comes to us from Skype, and he comes from us from the San Francisco area. John, help us make heads or tails out of all this.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, I think the most important takeaway is that the SyFy network should be applauded for taking a risk, for being willing to go out there and do something in a way that it hasn't been done before. My gut about it is that it's a positive event, that they're experimenting and learning from it, even if they don't get the ratings and the revenue reward that they may well get at the end of the day. They've really learned a huge lesson about how to do this and what's possible and what the potential benefits are. It's obviously they've added another screen and brought viewers in through another channel. It may, obviously there's a revenue hit because they're not on the TV screen the first time around with as many viewers, but the exposure as well as the goodwill that they got by using the internet screen as a complement to the TV screen has a great potential. Whether or not that pays out or not, nobody knows. They don't know. We don't know. We can only guess. It's kind of like the new iPad. We'll see what happens and where it goes. But I do think that what companies in general in the TV industry need to do is to be taking that kind of risk. You can only get up to the bat so many times, but if you don't get up to the bat, there are no home runs. So they're doing the right thing by experimenting and putting themselves out there in this way. Whether or not this is the perfect formula, probably not. But I think that the value of the education is enormous.
Very good. And we thank you, John. We're going to see you Tuesday right here at the TVNews.TV. Any hints on what you'll be talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to give, I think what for most of the TVNews.TV viewers is a new spin on Twitter. And we're also going to be explaining how you and I will be using Twitter as well as Facebook for the Super Bowl commercial rating party that we're going to be doing during the game on Super Bowl Sunday. Twitter, I think, is underestimated by a lot of business people, so I want to shed some light on that with a real practical demonstration based on how we're going to be using it for the Super Bowl.
Very good, John, and we can't wait to see you on Tuesday. Hey, as we do every Friday, let's close the feedback loop on what turned out to be a very, very popular subject on our social media links. We reported that for every hour that we work, Our kids are spending the very same amount of time per week engaged in electronic media like TV, cell phones, video games, computer, iPods, and such. We asked you via the many LinkedIn groups in which the tvnews.tv participates, well, how do you feel about this fact? Well, you were split on your feelings, just about 50-50, and for the most part, the split ran right down the gender lines, with men thinking kids hooked on electronic media is a new fact of life, while women were concerned about the social and interpersonal consequences of ODing on electronic media. From the American Advertising Federation group on LinkedIn, kids are going to become socially inept. From the Film and Television Professionals group on LinkedIn, they are sharpening skills that will serve them in the future. From the local marketing group, it's the way of the world, but it could lead to a generation of avatars. From the Media Professionals Worldwide group, accept it or die. Evolve or you will become extinct. And from the Television Network group, with power comes great responsibility. Ooh, my spidey senses are tingling. I see plenty of power, but no responsibility. Well spoken to all, and we hope you'll join the many tvnews.tv discussions that we mount on your favorite industry-related group on LinkedIn.
The Sports TV News is brought to you by Store & Associates, sports and entertainment marketing specialists. Log on to storeandassociates.com and start connecting with sponsors and consumers.
Hey, let me ask you, where can you court the likes of Christy Brinkley, Alec Baldwin, Dr. Phil? Well, on the Tennis Channel. This Sunday, Celebrity Tennis premieres on the home of the Slams with host, actor, poker pro/commentator, former ATP pro, Vince Van Patten. Is there anything this guy doesn't do? Vince will be hitting a few with your fave celebs, and he's promising a lot of fun and surprises. Okay, the Super Bowl happens a week from Sunday, and the TV News with combridges.com will be throwing a live Super Bowl commercials rating party on both Twitter and Facebook during the live event. It's just for the TV industry. It's going to be a TV first, and we want to find out how our industry feels about the highest profile advertising of the year. And you are invited. And here's how you can hook up with us. For Facebook, just click on our link here at the tvnews.tv, become a fan of the TV News on Facebook, and then show up to the same page on Super Bowl Sunday, and you're in. For Twitter, head to this address when the game begins, twitter.com/JohnComBridges/Super Bowl, and you're in. And we hope to see you there. And that's about it for today's edition of the TV News. We'll see you on Monday with the top news and the big picture analysis and commentary. Lastly, if you missed any editions of the TV News this week, you can grab them in our archives. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. Thanks for watching, and go out and make it a great weekend.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.